This is the Chrissy Swan Show.
Hi there and welcome to your Monday, Jack. You look fresh.
Thanks, Swanee. So do you.
Yeah, I've sorted all weekend
Okay, great.
and cooked. I've cooked like an absolute, cook. I've cooked like a professional cook.
Did you make the bolognese that you said you were going to cook?
I made a bolognese. I'm holding my arms out like as if you're hugging somebody. It was that big.
It's like you've got triplets.
I've got a photo of the pot that I used in relation to a jar of jam, just so that you can see the size of it.
How exciting.
Mwah.
Speaking of cooking, Swanee, after 3 o'clock, I've never spoken to this dude, and I'm not sure you have either.
I know.
Jamie Oliver is going to be joining the show.
It's odd that neither of us have met him in person because he's clearly been in our houses for 100 years.
Right?
Yeah.
You especially on The Circle. I would have thought you guys would have had him in.
I mean, look, I could have. I've forgotten a lot of stuff from that time.
But next, let's say g'day. And what are we asking, Swanee?
We are saying, do you properly love where you live? I'm obsessed. I had the most beautiful moment on Saturday in my suburb. Do you just love where you live? Give us a call, 13 24 10.
And we want reasons as to why.
Yeah.
We will award you a prize for doing so.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Let's say g'day.
Chrissy's Say G'day.
Now, as you know, I'm well and truly in my hermit era. And, I've been leaving for work and stuff, but I haven't been really, in my life very much. I've been at home a lot. And by, for a long time.
Do you think the hermit era will end? Will we ever sit at a restaurant together again? I mean, we will for your birthday present, but aside from that, will you come out of it?
The jury's out. I think so, because I actually did leave the house on Saturday, and I know that you know how unusual that is for me.
Yeah.
And I didn't realise quite how long I had been. That's my phone. I didn't realise quite how long I had been in my hermit era until I left the house on Saturday.
Because you'd realise things about your surrounding suburb.
Yeah.
The suburb you live in.
I went down to the fresh food market. I'm lucky enough to have one of those. And I thought, I've been here for a while. And straight away I was like, a while? I don't reckon I've been here for 4 or 5 months. And I walk in, and I used to go every Saturday with my friend Jamie, right? And we'd get, sausages and whatever, butcher.
And they know you.
Exactly.
The stall holders,
Exactly. So I turn up and I go, see my butcher. I go, hi, John. And he looks around to all his staff and he goes, guys, she's here. She's here.
She hasn't died.
And I was shocked. And he goes, we were so worried about you. We thought you'd moved house. We thought you'd moved out of the suburb. And I was like, oh, my God, yeah, it's really been that long. And then I turned around because across the way is the deli. And, it's where you get your ham and whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, I go, hi, Harry. And he goes, oh, my God, where have you been? They noticed that I was absent.
This is why you need to get back out there in the wild, Swanee.
And I just thought, God, I love where I live. I love that they, at some point in the last 4 or 5 months, have had a conversation that goes, we haven't seen Chrissy for a while. I hope everything's all right.
Where is that grumpy old hag?
Isn't that beautiful? It doesn't happen to you,
stunning.
does it?
No.
Doesn't happen to you. Maybe, I tell you what, the dry cleaner would miss you.
Wouldn't she?
Hello, Shaz. Do you just love where you live?
Hey guys, yeah, I do. I have a beautiful little street.
Yeah.
And we all do a street party every Friday night. We take turns at someone's place.
I mean,
Lovely, and we have a cheese board and wine.
What happens? I've always wondered because these streets are unusual and magical. What happens when somebody new moves into the street? What happens?
Well, we've been really lucky. We have had a couple of new ones come in the last couple of years, and we just invite them along, and everybody seemed to slot in, and it's been lovely.
I wonder if that sort of element of the social life, the residential social life, is a little sort of note on the vendor's statement when they're selling a house. Shaz, do you know what I mean? Do you go, by the way, you've got plans every Friday night for the rest of your life?
Shaz, do you ever pull or put your keys in the bowl at the end of the Friday night?
No, we don't do that.
Any affairs or secret hookups?
Not really.
Oh, you sound unsure about that, Shaz.
I'm on to you, Shaz. Priceline Pharmacy voucher for you.
Mel, do you just love where you live so much?
I love where I moved so much that I moved out here. So I usually work out here, but I fully relocated from Pakenham to to Wonthaggi. I'm not sure if you know
In
where
I
we
do.
are.
Of course I know Wonthaggi.
Yeah, so, you get the best of both worlds. We have farms and you're seeing the cows and horses, and then there's beaches 2 minutes, 5 minutes from your house.
And do you just wander around and look at everything with your eyes and just go, oh my
everything
God.
is just so beautiful. Like, we see echidnas, like, they're rare to see. We're seeing kangaroos, you're seeing kookaburras.
How
and
magical.
It is so magical, and everyone knows each other here now. So I was on long maternity leave, and I walked into the Woolworths, and they're like, "Where have you been?" I'm like, "Oh, I just had a kid," and they're like, "Oh, it's good to see you back." And everyone is just so friendly out here.
Yeah.
It's like a whole different vibe. The
When
country, coastal.
When you realise that your absence is noted, that's like, oh my God.
Really nice and heartwarming.
It's so heartwarming.
Priceline voucher for you, Mel. Let's finish with Hillary.
Hi, Hillary.
Hello, Chrissy. I'm so pleased to speak with you.
I am too, because Hillary is one of my favourite names of all time.
Oh, no way.
Yes.
Thank you.
Now, where do you live and why do you love it sick?
I love my house. It's an apartment on the 50th floor of an apartment building in
Vibe.
South Bank in Melbourne. And I can see the ocean and the city, and I'm walking distance from the Botanic Gardens and the theatres.
Oh,
And I can't tell you how much I love being there. I live with my husband and kids, and we just love it.
isn't that great?
It's so good. And Hillary, I always think of you guys on the 50th floor because you'd see the best sunrises and sunsets.
Oh, my goodness, you've no idea. The rainbows.
Oh, my God.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
One Pass is now available at Priceline Pharmacy, and Sister Club members are getting exclusive access to boosted perks. Start your free 30-day trial today.
Learn more at priceline.com.au/onepass. TC's eligibility criteria and exclusions apply.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Big ups to Priceline Pharmacy.
Chrissy's Weekend Whip.
As I said, it was a quiet weekend. Mine always are. And it's easy to go, oh, well, nothing really happened. And then you do a little deep dive and you realise that beautiful nuggets of magnificence
I mean,
happened.
you left the bloody house. That happened.
I can't believe that. You know why I left the house? This brings me to my very first highlight.
Why?
I got a blood test.
Oh, how do you go with those?
Do you remember? I love them, actually. They're fine. I've got a really good vein,
Got
so I'm not
terrible
scared.
veins.
Oh, I've got a great vein in my left hand. It's still no problem.
Heaven.
But 4 weeks, I put it off because I just had other things
Yeah.
to do instead. So I'm going to find out how my iron is, which is handy.
Yes.
Given most times I feel like Nosferatu coming straight out of a coffin. The second highlight. So the reason that's a highlight is because before I left to go there, I had conversations like, oh, you're at home, just do it next week. And I had to give myself a stern talking to.
And did you give yourself an incentive when you gave yourself a stern talking to?
Yes.
Good. That's how I work too.
And the incentive was...
What was it?
Oh, God. I wish you hadn't asked because now I have to tell you and
No,
you're
you
going to
do.
think I'm even more insane. The incentive was I really like flaked coconut.
Okay.
And I know you're like, what? And the incentive was that I could then, if I left the house and got my blood test, then I could go to the source and buy my favourite flaked coconut.
No, I'm here for that.
Oh, great. Okay,
That's
fantastic.
great. As long as there's something like a little golden nugget at the end.
And I got it and it was amazing. I highly recommend, by the way.
Right.
Crispy and delicious. Okay, second. Last night was like an impromptu Christmas dinner.
Ooh.
I know. So, as I told you earlier, I've been cooking all weekend and I made falafel from scratch, which, as you know, is a production number. You've got to
Yep.
soak the fava beans up. Made falafel. And then I thought, I'll invite, because my mum would never, ever go to that hassle. So that means that she would never eat falafel. So I texted her and I said, why don't you come over for dinner tonight? I've got homemade falafel. It's going to be amazing. So she was like, great. She came over. And then my sister came over. Her husband came over. My nephew came over. And we were all around the table eating falafel, and I'd made banoffee pie and carrot cake.
Wow, you really went into Chef Swan mode.
Yeah, and Leo said to me, this feels like Christmas. I said, I know. It was just magical.
At the end of the night, you're like, guys, that was Christmas. Christmas
Yeah.
is off.
Yeah.
Mama's having a break.
It's like one of those surprise weddings
Yeah.
that you just invite people over. Yeah, hey, by the way, this is Christmas.
This was it.
But the last one, now you know that I don't care what anyone's opinion is.
Yes.
But sometimes when you get it and it's lovely, it absolutely makes your day. You might remember last week I told you that I'm particularly busy because the girl that I rely on to take the kids to school if I've got appointments or whatever had quit. And that was a whole month of it. And it's been really, really difficult, to be honest, trying to juggle it.
Of course.
I have found the most amazing woman. It's a Nanny McPhee situation. Have you seen that film?
I loved Nanny McPhee. I saw Nanny McPhee in the cinema with my sister. I remember it to this day.
You should watch it this weekend
Again?
or something. It is still so magical.
It is.
When you find... this is the first experience I've ever had with the Nanny McPhee.
Did you find her on Airtasker like I suggested?
No, I didn't, but I found her on a similar...
site?
Well, it was sort of magic. I don't even know what this site is really. And I just Googled, how do I find a nanny?
Yeah.
And then I ended up here and I'd never heard it. And then now I can't get back. It was just like amazing.
What's
anyway,
she like?
She's kind and interesting, and she's got the same... She's a parent herself of 3
Great.
older kids. So she gets it. Oh, honestly, I'm just so happy. Anyway, she started on Friday morning.
Okay.
And I hadn't spoken to her. Anyway, she's alone with the kids. It was happening, blah, blah, blah. Because I like to do that. I like to go, let's start as we mean to finish.
Straight in the deep end.
Yeah, this is it. And this is the feedback I got. Imagine how this feels when you have these children that are the loves of your life.
Was this a text message or a call?
Text message. I said, how did you go? She goes, I feel like I know them already. They are individually gorgeous and such nice company. I'm so thrilled, so warm and so kind. They are outstanding in many ways.
Oh, that's beautiful, Swan.
And I just read it and I thought, oh, God, they're not, that's who they are.
Yeah,
You know,
which
that's who they are with me, but that's who they are when I'm not there.
Oh,
And
how
it was
nice.
just the most beautiful thing.
I love it. Did you say get back to me in 4 weeks, woman?
I said, give us your BSB quickly.
You're locked in. How gorgeous. That's a nice weekend.
Yeah, it was.
Speaking of nice things, we have a brand new competition next, Swanee, called Chrissy's Christmas Moments. There's a $1,000 Westfield voucher in it for you. Register via the Nova Player app.
The Chrissy Swan Show. The Chrissy Swan Show.
Jack, can you remind me, when did we find out that a thing that kids are doing these days is sending... Oh, PowerPoints.
PowerPoints.
We were talking about PowerPoint presentations last week. And this happens in the zeitgeist, right? I didn't know anything about kids giving their parents PowerPoint presentations specifically for gift ideas for Christmas, right?
Okay.
So that must have come up on Wednesday or Thursday. And would you believe it? Would you believe it? I received an email from my daughter.
Obsessed already.
Canva does it.
Okay.
You know the app Canva?
I love that Peg's on Canva because it's a little more advanced than PowerPoint, I think.
It's extraordinary what these kids can do.
Yeah.
I mean, look, pick up their dirty undies from their floor. No. Put together a shopping list on Canva. Yes. Anyway, it's been sitting in my inbox this whole time and I've just opened it.
What has she got
So
on
it
there?
says here, it says Christmas wish list. It's like a little par avion airmail envelope with a Christmas tree on it.
Great.
And it turns out, it says it's for Mama Caggie, which is what she calls me in honour of her rabbit, Chicago, from Peg and Kit. So it's a double whammy, which is
Okay.
very handy.
Efficient.
First on the list is plushies. Now, I don't know what that is. They're like soft toys.
Has she included images of the plushies?
Of course she has.
Yeah, good. She's not an idiot.
Actually, I thought there might have been clickable links. There isn't.
Okay.
But she has included, you're going to love this, the search term I require to find it. So it's got a picture of like a sandwich plushie, and then it says search, sandwich jelly cat.
Good on her for making this easy for you, though.
I know, she knows me, my God. Next is clothing and accessories. That's the category. And in there is an Elite 11 hoodie, never heard of it, a pair of jean shorts, a pair of flare jeans. Well, I didn't know that.
Yes, Peg.
And some blue-grey shorts, and a duvet cover.
Okay. We can make that happen. I can help you, Santa Swan.
Oh, my God. It's got a price and a full description. Oh, my God.
Speaking of Christmas, it's time to do this.
From festive music, magic, and movies to Santa visits and pics, that's what feels like Christmas. Discover more reasons to love the season at Westfield. Visit your local centre today.
Chrissy's Christmas Moments.
There's $1,000 to give away here.
Yeah, of Westfield gift cards.
And I tell you what, I was just talking about a Christmas list. I stopped on 3. I've scrolled through. There's 14 categories. So I may need this Westfield shopping voucher, that's for sure.
Legit.
Hello, Rob. How are you?
Hello, Chrissy. Good, thanks.
Oh, good.
I'd love a voucher like that too. That'd be fantastic this time of the year.
Wouldn't it be a dream to just park the car, get there early? That's my top tip. Get there early and put the day aside. Stop for a coffee.
Yeah.
You know.
Really enjoy the food court.
Yes.
Now, Rob, all you've got to do here is tell us what your favourite Christmas tradition is, whether it's conventional or a little quirky. We want to hear it. And then you may just be awarded with $1,000 worth of Westfield gift cards.
Okay. Well, it might be a little bit quirky, but we play a game called Hide the Pickle.
I'm sorry, what?
Hide the Pickle. I'm
Robert.
trying to keep straight faces. I'm just saying this.
Robert, there's children listening.
Sorry. I know what you're thinking, and yeah, normally it is. Hey, that's my place, we'll hide the pickle. But no, it's not that. It isn't that. What we do is we put a pickle or a gherkin on string, hide it in the green Christmas tree, right, on Christmas Day, and the first person that finds it gets either a little present if they're young or has good luck if they're older. Does that make sense?
That is a brilliant game.
I mean, you had us at pickle, Rob.
You had us at pickle. And guess what, Rob? You can get a gold encrusted pickle because you've just won $1,000 worth of Westfield gift cards.
No way! Excellent!
Yes!
Thank you!
Congratulations, Rob. If you'd like to play and share your tradition with us, register via the Nova Player app and we could be calling you back tomorrow.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Now, Jack, please come to my office.
Yes, Swanee, we have some homework to give out to our
sure do.
beautiful listeners, or rather a 9 Now streaming task. If you want to win $1,000 cash, this is your chance. Our final 9 Now streaming task is The 100 is a science fiction drama which follows a group of survivors who return to Earth 97 years after a nuclear
It
apocalypse.
sounds good, and thank you for saying nuclear and not nuclear. That's what people say. It
Oh, I
annoys
hate
me.
that. In the final moments of Season 4, Episode 10, what does the character Indra say before the episode finishes? Head to 9 Now and find the answer, then head straight to the Nova Player app and register the answer for your chance to win. We will be calling someone tomorrow with $1,000 cash. 9 Now is your world of free entertainment with your favourite shows, exclusive series, live news, sport and more. Stream free now.
Chrissy's clickbait.
I know I'm not supposed to give away any clues to what the word is, but I'm going to tell you what it isn't. The word is not architect.
Don't.
Ha! Let's talk about the block, shall we? Now that we're talking about 9 and 9 Now, the block's the Channel 9's juggernaut, The Block, finished last night.
The auction episode is some of the best TV we have in Australia.
And I reckon, I mean, I haven't looked at the stats, but I reckon it is usually the highest rating show of the year across the board.
Yeah.
Because even if you haven't watched a frame of it, it's fun.
It'd come close to, yeah,
Because
absolutely.
everyone loves an after. You know, there's a before and after. It's the after. The
Agree.
result.
And how exciting is an auction in real life even?
Exactly. The winners are the sisters, Charlotte and Maddie, and they walked away. I mean, they were late to the show because you might not remember this, but early on the original cast, there was a couple there that just disappeared, and then the sisters came in, and they took it out in the end. They made $1.65 million.
It was exciting TV, Swanee.
That is so much money.
Do you think it's just because they went last in the auction order? Or is it because of their house?
I never understand that. I feel I just can't get my head around how the position makes a difference. But, you know, apparently it does. But have a listen to how it unfolded.
Come on. On behalf of Maddie and Charlotte, good luck. Your opportunity here and now. Unit 1, up for grabs here and now. When do we get underway?
2.5.
Oh, 2.5. Hey, we're happy.
$2.5 million and a good bit it is at 2.5. 3.
3.5 million.
What is that?
What? You just won the block.
3.5?
Oh my God, the Communards? What?
I know, what a tune.
Bronski P. Jimmy Somerville, welcome to the block. That is so much money, and it really blew Scott Camp's mind.
Yeah.
That pause was real, and obviously people in the control room, the producers, were going, they've just won, tell them they've won. And he's like, what? Because it jumped so much from, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was Mr. Lambo who came in with that crazy amount of money.
Let's talk about this guy, Adrian Portelli. Turns out that he bought every single house that was for sale last night. You didn't see him buy all of them because he had secret squirrel business going on.
We got the royal flush, mate. We bought the whole lot.
We didn't see you bidding in all the auctions.
I had a buyer's agent with me. 3.5 million.
That massive bid at the end, was that sending a message?
That was a message sent. That was my last appearance on the block, and I thought I'd go out with a bang.
Valet to the executive producer's sanity now that Adrian Portelli is not going to buy anymore.
Yeah, legit.
Ooh, they're going to miss him.
Who's going to buy the houses in Dalesford next year?
Well, not us.
No.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Oh, hey, we are still here. We were just having a chat off air about the Grammy nominees.
Yes.
Beyonce absolutely snubbed by the Country Music Awards, but not so by the Grammys.
11 nominations she received,
including
Swanee.
Best Country Album.
Look, Beyonce's incredible, but I don't know if this piece of work is worth 11 nominations.
Can you scroll up? Because I was just looking at the best record. Oh, down, sorry, yes.
Yes, record of the year is it?
Record of the year. How would you choose between these?
We've got...
I mean, Now and Then, the Beatles, that's not going to win. Texas Hold'em, that won't win.
Espresso.
The rest of them are hard.
Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter should win. 360 by Charlie XCX, I love. Don't think it will.
No, they should have done Apple.
Apple. Birds of a Feather by Billy, though. That should win for me.
Yeah, but then you love Kendrick Lamar. Not Like Us is coming up. Good Luck, Babe.
Chapel Moan.
Chapel Moan. That is an unbelievable song. And then My Queen and Saviour, Fortnight, Taylor Swift. She'll have to win just because of the Eras tour, surely.
But then Espresso, like, I've not heard a song on the radio for that long, like, in years.
No.
To, like, stay on the radio. Like, we've been playing that for so long. It's such a hit.
Okay, gun to your head, you have to choose between Espresso, Birds of a Feather, Good Luck, Babe.
Birds of a Feather. What
yeah,
about
me
you?
too, I think.
Really? Over Fortnight?
Espresso.
Love it.
Yeah.
Next, we're playing Chrissy's Quizzy. If you would like that limited edition bum bag, jump on the line. Happy Monday here at the Chrissy Swan Show.
The Chrissy Swan Show. The Chrissy Swan Show.
I mean, I love it when she sings, don't you? But she has said she loves to sing as well, but she feels like she was put on this earth to do other things.
Yeah, she feels like God is taking her down another path. Apparently, it's all God.
Okay. You're listening to the Chrissy Swan Show on Nova. Let's give away a bum bag.
Chrissy's Quizzy.
Our bum bags have been full to overflowing with goodies for the last few weeks. What's in today's, Jack?
Absolutely nothing.
Oh, sorry, Mary.
Hi.
Of all the afternoons to get through, and there's nothing but cobwebs in the bum
just
bag.
talking to you is enough, Chrissy.
Mary, I can see that you're from Ballarat. How is it there? God, I love it.
Yeah, it's very quiet and family orientated. I moved from Melbourne 10 years ago.
Have you had a coffee and a cronut from that amazing place? I think it's called Espresso or something like that.
Oh, definitely.
Guys, we're not on Getaway.
Oh, God, and sorry,
Yeah.
we're actually on air, Mary. I'm not sitting at your table.
Nationally.
Hello, Ella. How are you, darling?
I'm good. How are you?
Look, I feel very bad that there's nothing in the bum bag. Could we put something in? Have a look on the big prizes because I can't find mine.
Okay, how about today we whack in a NutriBullet flip from NutriBullet, the #1 personal blender brand in the world.
Oh, yes, please. All right, then, let's go, ladies. Your names are your buzzers. It is the best of 5, which you know means that the first person to get 3 answers correct wins the game, the bum bag, and the NutriBullet flip. Let's get cracking.
Question number 1.
Who won the block last night?
Mary.
Ella.
Yes, Mary.
Maddie and Charlotte.
Yes. You're a big fan?
Not really, but I did take notice of it because of the Lambo guy.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Lambo.
What a show-off.
Yeah.
Hey,
Question number 2.
Mary, do you know my friend Victoria Waite? She lives in
Are we
Ballarat.
really doing this?
Yeah.
No, sorry.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Couldn't
Question
have
number
picked
2.
that answer.
What does... It's a small town. You know what it's like. What does the FN key stand for on computers and
Ella.
laptops? Yes, Ella?
Function?
Yes. You could have put a gun to my head and I wouldn't know the answer.
Really?
Yep, I would have thought that stood for F and nothing.
That's the one I do know. I just would think.
That's how you and I talk. Like, not much. NM.
NM.
Question number 3. 13 years ago today, Ed Sheeran released this song. What's it called?
I'm out of touch.
I love this. I'd forgotten.
13 years old.
And out of all these things I've done, I think I love you better now.
Oh, I love this. I'm going to have a look. Add it to my list.
Mary or Ella, do you know the name of it?
No idea.
No, and but do you know the name? Do you know the song though? You can sing along.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's because he
Mary?
does. Yes.
I'm going to say Out of Touch.
No,
Good
it's
guess.
not. But that is the annoying thing that some artists do, is that they call a song a name that doesn't appear anywhere prominently within. That annoys me.
I know, that is irritating.
That's going to be my sweeping statement. I'm
called-
going to get a list together.
It's called Lego House, ladies. Question number 4, you're both on a point each.
Should have called it I'm Out of Touch. Question number 4. The nominees for the 2025 Grammys were announced on Saturday. Which artist received 11 nominations?
Mary.
Yes, Mary.
Beyonce.
Yes. It's 2 for Mary, I believe.
It is question number 5. This is for the win, Mary.
Can you name the boy band starting with B that has Ronan Keating up front?
Mary.
I know. I wouldn't have known this either.
Was it? Oh.
No.
Go, it's B. You're...
I'm gonna say it, and you're gonna go, of course. It's Boyzone.
Oh, Boyzone.
Yes, it's Boys. You can't say it after I've said it.
All right, question 6. This is still for the win, Mary.
Oh, okay.
A Dyson Airwrap is used on what?
Ella.
Yes,
Mary.
Ella.
Hair.
Yeah.
All right, question number 7. This is for the win for either of you, Mary and Ella.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna. The song. I'm going to say the name of a song and you've got to say what musical it's from,
But
okay?
your name is still your buzzer.
Okay. The song is Defying Gravity.
Ella.
Ella.
Wicked.
Yes. Mary, you had that snatched from your cold, dead hands.
Sorry, Mary. Ella, you have won a limited edition Chrissy Swan Show bum bag and the Nutribullet.
And I'm going to give you a Nutribullet flip too, Mary, because I like the cut of your jib.
Oh, thank you so much.
Do you know who would love a Nutribullet? Jamie Oliver, and he joins us next.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
And he's ready for us. Hello, Jamie Oliver.
Hello. Hello, lovely people.
Hello.
How are you? You okay?
Oh, my goodness. I've been in this biz for 21 years, Jamie Oliver, and I don't think I've ever spoken to you. It's a great honour.
Ah, thanks. Well, thanks for having me.
Well, we're so thrilled to welcome you onto the Chrissy Swan Show to talk about Simply Jamie, the latest book which I have seen on the shelves at Kmart. And look, there may or may not have been 3 copies in my basket because there is no greater gift for a time-poor cook.
That's the whole intention. Get people cooking that say they haven't got time. Give them the skills, simple principles. And hopefully when you opened it, you saw I've kind of broken it down to be sort of simpler than ever.
Yes, I did. It is like you have designed it for my specific Lady Madness brain. I like the words speedy in the description. I like a stew that takes 20 minutes from go to woe. And let's talk about tray bakes, please.
Tray bakes are about best friends. And it's like, if you get a bunch of best friends in a room, you're going to have a good time, right? So you just get a bunch of ingredients that work, but they also flavor each other. And then, you know, I guess the idea of like the modern day family now is different to how it was, right? So, you know, you get home from work, I don't know, 7 o'clock. Like you put a bunch of friends together in a tray, whack it in the oven. It only takes 5 minutes to put together and then let it have 20, 30, 40 minutes, whatever it is to do its thing while you kind of freshen up, you know, do whatever you got to do and then fill the house up with beautiful smells and have a delicious meal.
See, you don't even realize how you change lives. The fact that you've just introduced the idea of ingredients being best friends, my mind just exploded. And I'm like, oh my God, of course. I can stand in front of my fridge and go, okay, so I've got some chicken. Oh, you're good friends with mushrooms. You get along great. And then you can just throw everything together that are friends. That's Genius, Jamie.
Totally. And in my game, like what I'm just trying to sort of give you the code and the clues and the combos. So before I even wrote a recipe in this book, I do something quite boring and I go through basket data of what the average Aussie will be buying generally. So the only thing that never lies is basket data, right? Because it's 100% true. So I know that the protein of choice is chicken breast or a salmon fillet, right? So if you flick through that first chapter, I've only broken it down into 5 chapters. Like you're going to see people are bored of salmon, so I'll make you not bored of it. You know, I'll give you loads of combos, a little wrap, a little kind of a cut and a stuff. You know, chicken breast, boring again, dry. Okay, let me show you how to make it. We got like no cook pasta sauces, so 11 minutes boiling water, and in that time you use some really accessible ingredients to make a no cook pasta sauce. I'm trying to write recipes from the ingredients that I know you've got already.
Yeah, and you have been.
I don't even want you to go shopping. I want you to just go. Okay, cool.
Oh, fantastic! You have been a part of our families across the country for many decades, and it's a great honour because everybody's got their favourite Jamie Oliver recipe. When we were talking about you this morning, your ears must have been burning, Jamie, but Jack was talking about one of his most vivid memories, and it involves you.
Yeah, I'm 27, Jamie, and we were very much a Jamie Oliver household. Like, the only cookbooks on our kitchen bench were yours, and there was a particular dish I reckon Mum made fortnightly, if not weekly. I remember it had Guinness in it, and it was like a stew of sorts, or like a dark stew.
Yeah. I think that did I name it Andy the Gasman Stew?
Yeah, maybe.
It was like my mate who was a gas man. Funny enough, he was a simple boy. No, but he loved a good stew, and then from that stew you can turn it into either a pasta sauce. You can have it over mashed potato, but you can turn it into a pie. But yeah, like I think the idea of having some beer or some Guinness or porter with lovely caramelized veggies and cheap cuts of meat and just letting time make it delicious. I mean, hopefully you enjoyed it, but it's food's very nostalgic. You know, people get into I mean, they always say that people only ever cook 4 things from a cookbook. Hopefully my average is a bit better.
Yeah, I call it the splatter test, and trust me, the splatter test on the pages of your books there's a lot more than 4 pages that are sticking together.
I love that.
When you come to Australia, what food do you get most excited to eat or use when cooking, or even what restaurant do you get most excited to visit?
Oh, that's a really good question. I mean, I think like certainly over here, all the fish that you get is very different. You know, the Southern Hemisphere fish is very different to the Northern. So that's always, we don't have barramundi and things like that. So that's kind of cool. Amazing stone fruit here, like just the waves of immigration that makes the patchwork quilt of what is Australia. I love that spirit. And I don't know, I think there's like this blend of authenticity, but yet Australian chefs are still exploring, So, I mean, some people might call it fusion cooking, but chefs, they get offended by that. But I don't think they need to. I think, like, I went to a restaurant yesterday, a place called Clam Bar, and it was really good lunch, amazing service, like really confident, simple cooking. And I said to the waiter, like, what do you think this restaurant is? He goes, it's an American steakhouse. I said, no, it's not. This is like upscale Aussie bistro, like, and I know it's just like words and it sounds like, but it ain't a steakhouse, like. And I just love, I know that there's something about the Aussie vibe that's casual but serious. The service is great, like obviously the wine's really good. You got some amazing ingredients out here, so yeah, I just love it. I think it's fun. I mean, if you go to Melbourne, there's lots of smaller restaurants and you really get a sense of the kind of community that lives there, so I find that really cool.
Well, we find you really cool, Jamie, and we've been madly trying to get across some interesting facts about you. And will you stick around? We're going to play a round of a brand new game that we have created just for you. It's called Lies Google Has Told Me with Jamie Oliver, okay?
Good luck. Okay.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Thank you so much for sticking around, Jamie.
You're welcome.
Now,
good to be.
This is a brand new segment called Lies Google Has Told Me.
Lies Google has told me.
These are all things that I have found about you, and I am guessing most of them are untrue, but let's see. Jamie Oliver, do you hate parsnips?
No, I quite like parsnips.
Google says you hate them.
Really? Like, I grow parsnips for the love of God. I wouldn't grow them if I hated them.
See, this
Wow.
is so great. Is this true? Jamie Oliver cannot draw for the life of him.
I think being able to draw is possibly subjective. Like, I mean, most of my childhood was spent drawing phallic things, and I'm very good at that, male and female. But no, I mean, I spend a lot of my life drawing, and then I show it to an illustrator or an artist and say something like that.
Okay,
But,
all right. Jury's
I don't know
out.
how to answer that.
Jamie
Probably.
Oliver loves playing the drums.
True.
Okay, there you go. We got one.
Love the drum.
Jamie Oliver has a DIY tattoo.
No, that's not true.
Oh my
Nah.
God, the detail on this one.
No. On my 30th birthday, I think, or maybe it was on my 40th birthday, I was on a radio show and they said, like, you're going to have any midlife crisis? And I said, well, I'll probably get a tattoo. And then somehow we ended up doing like a national competition to work out what to have tattooed on me. And the winner of the tattoo was to have al dente tattooed on my penis. So thank you very much for that. I didn't get it done. I mean, it was a good idea. I get it's quite creative. But no, I am currently tattoo-less.
I mean, I am wincing at the idea of the Italian phrase for to the tooth or to the teeth on your doodle.
There's going to be a load of Australian Italians going, that's a really good idea.
All right, next one. You love karaoke, and if you had your way, you would have a karaoke machine in every room of your house.
No, that's my wife. I hate karaoke. It's disgusting and it ruins nights.
You love Marmite.
Yes.
Do you like Vegemite? Do you love Vegemite too?
I love Vegemite. Of course I do.
And you constantly set off your home fire alarm, and you owe your local fire brigade a heap of cash.
I probably will send them a box of wine this year. Yeah, I have a very good fire system in my house, which is quite old, and they have been called out one too many times. Sometimes because of fireplaces that have kind of, set themselves on fire, like rockets, and sometimes because I've burnt, wait for it, toast. Imagine, it went off, and once it's gone off, you're pressing all the buttons to get it off, but then it goes through, and then like 4 minutes later, wee, and it's oh, that's Jamie Oliver. What happened? I'm like, I burnt toast, and they're like, no, what? It's like, I'm so sorry, I've wasted your time, but yeah, embarrassing. Sorry about that.
Jamie, that concludes our round of lies that Google has told me. Thank you so much for your time today. Everybody go out. Get Jamie's book. It is a cracker. I am staring right now at a recipe for baked bolognese pancakes. I mean, bolognese and pancakes. Name a more iconic duo. I'll wait.
You got to try the gnocchi one.
And Jamie, we've got to quickly mention your new show on Channel 10 this Friday night, 7:30. It's called Jamie Fast and Simple.
Yes, that accompanies the book, and this is my attempt to grab you lovely Aussies and not just, show you, but get you inspired about really simple cooking. I want Aussies to go, I can do this.
Thanks again,
Thanks, Jamie.
All right, guys. Lots of love. Thanks for having me.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
First,
Chrissy's clickbait.
Mattel have released The Wicked dolls. So the Wicked movie is coming out soon.
Next Thursday, Swanee, hit cinemas.
Next Thursday. It's got Ariana Grande in it. Everyone's dying to see it. If you love it, you can get a doll. And I'm looking at the one that is Ariana Grande's character. It looks exactly like Ariana Grande.
They've nailed that jaw.
How do they do it? And the eyes.
Yeah.
Those dreamy little Bambi eyes.
She really looks like a Disney princess in real life.
I'm going to get to a scandalous element on the box, but I've just been reminded. I love a doll of somebody that you know. Like, I love to really look at the faces and think, how did they do that? I've had a doll made of me before. There was a promotion or a fancy machine or something, actually through Australia Post, would you believe?
What?
And you would, I know, maybe I dreamt it. I don't know, but.
How have you never showed me this? I want to see it IRL.
I think we were working together when I did it. Anyway, you went in and then you got a body scan and then they made you this doll. Anyway, it was at my house. I was wearing a blue and white dress when when it happened. Anyway, so it was me, this little doll. My friend's brother was there from the UK or whatever, and he saw the doll and he picked it up and laughed. Didn't realise that it was of me.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Oh, she's a sturdy lass." She's a sturdy lass. And my friend looked at him and looked at me and was like, ha, ha, ha.
What did you say?
I just pretended I couldn't hear it because I thought, how embarrassing for him.
Nah, make him
because
feel...
you're right, she is a sturdy lass. But imagine if I'd said, "Oh, that's me." And then
and just watch the ground hopefully open up under him.
I know. Thank God, though, that I didn't have a website on the box, because the website written on this Mattel box of the Ariana Grande Wicked doll is www.wicked.com. And if a kiddie puts that into their computer, they will be taken to a very
fun,
naughty place.
Yeah.
The sort of place that requires an age authorization in order to get in. Do you know what I mean?
Now, parents are apparently losing their mind over this, Swanee. Is it that big of a deal? Like, Mattel have apologised. Like, there's a little restriction, like you said. You have to tick that you're 18 and over. Is this just outrage for the sake of outrage?
Look, I want to say it is, but I would not care less. I'd go, "Oh, okay, well."
Like you saw some...
Well, you can't even... It's a black page. No.
Also, who's reading the back of those boxes? What kid's going to a website?
Oh, I used to read every single word of every single box I ever received. Absolutely. Cereal box, everything.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. Yes.
No, you're lying.
Some people are like that. Yeah, I would have read... If I really wanted this toy and I got it, I would have read every single thing about it. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
But also... You can find these websites anywhere.
And sorry, parents, your kids already have.
And also 1% of kids have this box from Wicked. 100% of people have got Google. All right, before we go, we need to talk about Sabrina Carpenter.
Sapcap.
She was performing and there was a mosh pit and somebody weed in it. Ugh. Somebody did a warm wee. Yeah. Please.
Don't pee on me.
Or what rhymes with please? Wheeze. Wheeze. I mean, this is why I would never go into a mosh pit. Because you've got to think, these people have been queuing to get in. They don't want to miss a second. That's the thing. They don't want to miss a second of the performance.
Yeah.
And some people are animals. Absolute animals. Other concert goers felt warm wee.
That would do me in. I would just run a drop dead on the floor there and then.
Oh
that's
my God.
not. That's awful.
I would pay the entire value of the block to see you in a mosh pit with someone weeing on you.
Now check this out.
The Chrissy Swan Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.